changemakers set out to be inspired and inspiring. No matter the twists and turns my winding road takes, it's become apparent to me that an anything's possible mindset is integral. I've been rejected by bookstores, publishers and transport companies. I've been hit by a truck, crushed by a horse and resuscitated back to life not once, not twice, but 3 times. I've been carless, jobless, bookless, moneyless, restless and homeless, but I've never been hopeless. I've always believed in my vision for progressing Australia's agricultural narrative through the power of visual storytelling. Turns out, taking an unconventional approach to business and to life might not be the easiest road, but it really can make an impact. Hi, my name is Mabin, former Entrepreneur of the Year, brain injury survivor, award-winning rural creative, best-selling author of The Drover, The Driver, The Grower Series, The Winding Road, and founder of Agri, Australia's first agricultural image and video library. As you can tell by the accent, I was born across the ditch. I grew up on a sheep, cattle and deer station on the east coast of New Zealand's North Island and dreamed of becoming a jockey. That is until 600 kilograms of horse nearly killed me. That near-death experience saw me revived multiple times over multiple days. It left me in a coma for multiple weeks and put me in rehab for multiple months, learning to walk and talk again. But in the process, it taught me that determination, resilience and bloody resolve will get you everywhere. Mine brought me to Australia. First, I mustered with my dogs in the Riverina, then spent years working for a Fortune 500 company in animal health. Then one day, I made a decision to buy a camera, and it completely changed the trajectory of my life. It set me on a winding road filled with endless challenges, countless adventures, and many magic moments in the Aussie outback. From learning to drive a road train, to catching a croc with my bare hands, from knocking on Twiggy Forrest's front door because he wouldn't respond to my emails or phone calls, to paying off a mammoth printing bill the size of an average mortgage in 90 days. For a long time, I struggled to explain my contribution to Australian ag. Maybe because what I do is far from conventional, or maybe because for a while, part of me believed I was undeserving of my achievements. But over the years, I've learned to own who I am and what I do. I've come to realise the power of storytelling is undeniable. I see how it strengthens relationships and builds resilience. I see it change perceptions and challenge mindsets. And there's nothing I love more than sharing stories of the farming people I film and photograph as I crisscross Australia for the I don't know how manyth time. My journey as Australia's #1 rural creative began with the biggest cattle drive in the world, and me swagging it on the side of the road, riding a horse 2,000 kilometres for 9 months behind 18,000 head of cattle. That unexpected adventure became the subject of my first bestseller, The Drover. Today, that account of the epic Brinkworth cattle drive has sold over 100,000 copies, earned me some unexpected accolades, changed the perceptions of droving in Australia, and taught me that sometimes fear is where the fun starts. I'd never published a book before, and if it wasn't for staring down my fears, I may have never followed my heart to create a life I love. I would have never been asked to give a TED Talk, and I most certainly would not have been invited to address the Prime Minister at Parliament House. I've seen and done some pretty wild things. After I was hit by a truck in my car, I hitchhiked for 18 months and 130,000 Ks around Australia to shine a light, a positive light, on the men and women behind Australia's road transport industry. Today, that book, The Driver, is stocked in over 600 stores across Australia, New Zealand and the US of A, and only one of them is a bookstore. On that journey, I learned that narrow mindsets are often our #1 hurdle. And there have been more books. The Grower series is my biggest project yet. This world-first 2-book series features 551 properties and 1,000 pages of stories celebrating the spirit of our land. It covers the depth and breadth of everything we grow and the people who do it. 2,000 sets of the Grower series are in schools, inspiring kids to consider careers in farming. And I can't forget my most recent book, The Winding Road. It goes behind the scenes to unpack the hows and how-tos of uncovering our limitless potential to make a mark in the world. They tell me 5 self-published books in 6 years, my own self-built distribution network, global endorsements, and more than 200,000 books sold is quite the feat. So is photographing $20 million worth of harvesters from a helicopter, or getting Barney to put his high-vis on when he's filming on farm and co-piloting me around Australia. No 2 days are ever the same. So much is unknown and unexpected. But living on the edge has become a way of life for me. It's helped me to always check in with myself and stay focused to my purpose. If it wasn't for COVID, an idea that has helped me elevate my purpose may have never taken off. The Agri Shots platform is by ag people for ag people. It's an ever-growing library that is progressing the way we use authentic imagery and videos to talk to customers and connect with people. The farmers I photograph and film for the platform know that we need to tell a better story, a positive one. They know that greater transparency cultivates greater trust, and they know that showcasing the reality of what they do has a far-reaching impact. Our brains are wired for visual information. It only takes 13 milliseconds for us to process an image, and we can process visuals 60,000 times faster than we do text. Storytelling is a timeless language, and my job is to make sure that the platform is the marketing tool agri-businesses and rural industry marketers can't do without. So if I sound like someone your audience would be interested in having a yarn with, or if you'd just like to pick my brain about using storytelling to build resilience and progress perceptions of Australian ag, give me a buzz or drop me a line.